Welcome to Six Sigma Online Certifications. We are on the topic Analyze Phase, Hypothesis Testing, Part 2. In this video, we will discuss about hypothesis tests, one-tail test and two-tail test. So what is one-tail test? When the change is expected to have occurred on one side. That means we are expecting our output either to increase or to decrease, which means the change has resulted into increase in the value or decrease in the value which we want to statistically validate. The test is called as one-tail test. For example, last year the production was 560 tons per day. Now the manager has done some Six Sigma projects and he claims production has increased. So production has increased, that means we are talking about one-tail test. So production of data of 49 consecutive days was collected. So our sample size is now 49. This sample has average of 565 tons per day and standard deviations of 14 tons per day. So how do we write our null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis? Our null hypothesis is mean after is equal to mean before. That means there is no change. Whereas alternate hypothesis is mean after is more than mean before. That means the alternate hypothesis is indicating one side tail. That means increase. So we'll go to mini tab. We'll go to stat, basic statistics, one sample Z. In this we'll take summarized data. Sample size is 49 because 49 days of data is collected. Sample mean is 565 tons per day. The known standard deviation is 14. And performed hypothesized mean, in the past the average was 560 tons per day. So we write 560 tons per day. We are expecting that our mean has increased. So mean is more than hypothesized mean because our alternate hypothesis mean after is more than mean before. So this is what is our alternate hypothesis. Click OK. We get our alternate hypothesis. We get our p-value as 0.006. That means risk in considering that the change has happened is 0.006. Our acceptable risk, maximum acceptable risk is 0.05, which is obviously more than 0.006, and since p-value is less than alpha, we consider the change has happened and we reject null hypothesis. Pictorially, if we see the percentage chance, or we say probability that we can have production of population still less than 560 is 0.006 to 1, which is quite small compared to the acceptable risk. So change has happened. We go to hypothesis test type 2, in which we take two-tail test. When change is expected to have occurred on either side, either it has increased or decreased, both are to be tested together, then we are going to say two-tail test. Let us take another example. Let us assume we have a high-speed machine is procured to reduce cycle time. While it is statistically proven that intended results are met, but management is worried that product length should not change. It should neither increase nor it should decrease, and wanted to validate if there is any change in product length, and therefore it is two-tail test, neither increase nor decrease. So the sample was taken. So earlier in the length, the past was 1140, and we want to validate. So sample size of 36, so that means 36 pieces are taken. The average of sample is 1138 and standard deviation is 6. So how do we write our null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis? Our null hypothesis is mean after is equal to mean before, and our alternate hypothesis is mu after is not equal to mu before. We are not writing greater than or less than, we are writing not equal to, then it is called two-tail test. We go back to our mini tab, stat, basic statistics, one sample Z test. Our sample size has now changed, it has become 36. Our sample mean is how much? 1138. and our sample standard deviation is 6. We perform hypothesis test. We wanted it to remain 1140, and now we will change our alternate hypothesis to not equal to. So what do we get? We get our p-value as 0.046. While the acceptable risk is 0.05, we got p-value of 0.046 while it is on boundary but still less than the acceptable risk. So we can say the change has happened and therefore some adjustment in machine is needed, and so that we don't have risk of product length variation. Pictorially, it is checked on both sides, so 0.023 probability on left side, 0.03 probability on right side. So change has happened and therefore we need an action on the machine for improvement. Thank you very much for testing your knowledge on this video, or for Six Sigma certification visit leandigit.com, or to have more knowledge on the same topic please subscribe our channel.